Alcatraz vs. Evil Librarians, Chapter 10, page 160. That's what I've always done, Miss Fletcher snapped. I send one of my men to move the boy to another forced home. Black returned. Your man drew a gun on a smedgery. That wasn't supposed to happen, Miss Fletcher said. Someone must have bribed him. Someone from one of the other factions said yes. The Order of the Shadow Lens, perhaps? We won't know for certain until the interrogation is complete, but I suspect that they are afraid that you'd manage to recruit the boy. Recruit me? That comment made me cock my head. However, there was something more pressing in that statement. It implied that Miss Fletcher hadn't wanted me killed. For some reason, that made me relieved, though. I knew it was foolish. Down below, Blackburn shook his head. You should have gone yourself to collect him, Shasta. I intended to go along, Miss Fletcher said, but what? She was silent for a moment. I lost my keys, she said. I frowned. It seemed like an odd comment to make. Blackburn, however, simply laughed at this. It still has the better of you, doesn't it? I could see Miss Fletcher flushing. I don't see what the problem you have with me. The man who tried to shoot the boy was working for someone else. We should be focused on discovering what those sands do. The problem is, Shasta, Blackburn said, growing solemn again. This operation was sloppy. When my people are sloppy, it makes me look incompetent. I'm not very fond of that. He paused, then looked at her. This is not a time we could spare mistakes. Old Smedger is in this town somewhere. Miss Fletcher paused. Him? You think it was him? Who else? Blackburn asked. There are a lot of elderly oculators, Adrian. She said. Blackburn shook his head. I should think that you, of all people, would recognize the old one's handiwork. He's in the city. I do the same thing that we are. Well, Miss Fletcher said, if Leavenworth was here, he's gone now. He'll have the boy out of inner library before we can track him down. Perhaps, Blackburn said quietly. I groaned as I listened. I revised my earlier opinion of Blackburn. I didn't like this man. Blackburn seemed too thoughtful, careful, dangerous. I've always been curious, Blackburn said, as if to himself. Why did they leave a Smedgery of the pure line to be raised in inner Liberia? Old Leavenworth must have known that we would find the boy, that we would watch him, control him. Seems like an odd move, wouldn't you say? Miss Fletcher shrugged. Perhaps they just didn't want him, considering his parentage. What? I thought, say more on that. But Blackburn didn't. He just shook his head thoughtfully. Perhaps, but then this child seems to have an inordinately powerful talent, and there was always the sands. Old Smedgery must have known, as we did, that the sands would arrive on the boy's 13th birthday, so they used the boy as bait for the sands, Miss Fletcher said. But we got to them first. And old Smedgery ended up with the child. Who gained the better half of the deal, I wonder. Tell me where the sands are, I thought. Say something useful. As for the sands, Miss Fletcher said, there's the matter of payment. Blackburn turned, and I caught a flash of emotion on his face. Anger. Miss Fletcher raised a finger. You don't own me, Blackburn. Don't presume to think that you do. You'll get paid, woman, Blackburn said, smiling. It was not the type of smile one wanted to see. It was dark. Dark as the footprints I had followed. Dark as the hatred in a man's eyes the moment he does something terrible to another person. Dark as an unlit street on a silent night when you know something is out there watching you. It was from this smile that I realized where Adrian Blackburn got the title Doc Oculator. You would sell the child too, wouldn't you? Blackburn said, still smiling as he removed his monocle, rubbed it clean, then placed it in his pocket. You would pass him off for wealth as you did with the sands. Sometimes you would impress even me, Fletcher. Miss Fletcher shrugged. Blackburn placed a different monocle onto his eye. Wait, I thought, what am I forgetting? And then I realized what it was. Miss Fletcher's footprint, along with Blackburn, shone below. I was still wearing the tracker's lenses. Cursing quietly, I pulled them off, then switched them for my oculator's lenses. Blackburn glowed with a vibrant black cloud. He crackled with power, giving off an aura so strong that I had to blink against the terrible shining darkness. If Blackburn gave off an aura like that, what did I give off? Blackburn smiled, turning directly towards the place where I was hiding with the others. Then his monocle flashed with a burst of power. I immediately fell unconscious. And then chapter 11 on the next episode. So it's going to be chapter 11, page 165, Alcatraz vs. Evil Librarians in the next episode.